Hello, and this is the Warpforge with an all-new battle report for the Batman Miniatures game. In this game, it is, as you see here, the Clown Prince of Crime himself, the Joker, versus Harvey Dent and Two-Face. The reputation is 350 points, and the cash flow is 1,500. This is tournament standard, so this is what me and my opponent decided to agree on. So, with that, I will talk about tactics. Well, Batman is still quite a new game, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I've had a look around the internet and all that, and Joker, looking at my own stat cards as well, Joker is the dirty fighter kind of guy. He has dirty tricks up his sleeve. Harvey Dent is quite resilient, from what I've heard, and it will be the first time I've played against Dent's crew. So, without anything more, I will go on to deployment and the mission in the next clip. Okay, hello, and this is the first different game. This is a battle report, Batman Miniatures game. In this game, it is Joker's gang versus, with Heath Ledger's Joker at the lead, versus Two-Face's gang with Clayface. So yes, so this is a completely new game. We're both excited to try it out. The reputation is tournament standard, so it's 350 rep, and the cash is 15 grand, so 1,500. And so, this is the table. What's the mission again? I'll pause this. The mission was securing the area, and the deployment was...
Just say diagonal.
Yeah. The deployment was basically 20 centimetres. You had to split your gang in half and deploy in two opposite corners. The objective of the game is to get your objectives. You place your objectives in the enemy deployment zone, so you have to go somewhere. He's deployed his objectives in my zone. I've deployed mine in his zones, as we see here, by the Titan doses and the question mark riddles and stuff. That is also my objective, and that is my opponent's. So, you have to place your last one in within 20 centimetres of the centre of the board. My opponent has raised the plan first, meaning that he gets the first turn of turn 1. So, without further ado, we will go on to the first activation.
Alright, well, Harvey's moved. He's sprinted up to that wall there, getting cover. He's trying to see everyone, but with only a 30 centimetre vision rule, you can't see anyone this turn. So that's Harvey's activation over.
Okay, so first activation of Joker's gang was the Titan Clown, the one fully on Joker Venom. He basically used the sprint activation and sprinted 24 centimetres right there, right in front of Two-Face. So, I think we all know what's going to happen there. Only time will tell in the next activations to come.
Right, so the next activation was Dirty Tom, the gangster with the Tommy gun. He's moved out of his cover and taken one shot at the Titan Clown, doing 1 blood and 1 stun damage.
Okay, so Harley Quinn activated. She basically just sprinted right up to the window, ready to pop through next turn.
So our next movement was the shotgun guy. He's moved up besides Clayface, but he couldn't see anyone to shoot, so that's the end of his activation.
Okay, so Joker's activation on his turn. Tristan here with the shotgun. Basically spent 2 movement counters, moved 16 centimetres over here, ready for the objective over there. Shotgun defense warrior here.
Right, next activation for Two-Face was the Axe guy. He's moved 30 centimetres by sprinting and getting a really good dice roll on his additional movement. That's him done for this turn.
Okay, so Joker's turn. August over here basically sprinted 20 centimetres and then spent another additional movement counter for an extra 4 inches. So he was there and he's just ran straight over, howled on like a banshee, straight into Two-Face's crew.
Next movement for Harvey's crew, Boris, who's used his movement and special to get up to 24 centimetres movement, following the axe guy.
Okay, so the big man himself, Heath Ledger, the Joker, has decided just to sprint following August's lead, because it's all part of the plan.
Next movement for Two-Face crew is the big man, Clayface, moving up towards the Titan Clown, and is their objective.
Okay, so the Contra Auguste basically sprinted for 20 centimetres, then spent a further movement counter to move further centimetre. So basically he's just went screaming right the way front, all the way into Two-Face's goons. And Two-Face. So it is on to the next activation.
Last model to move for Two-Face's gang is that fellow there. He rushes up to defend his boss from the incoming Titan Clown and the Bat Guy.
Okay, so Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze, basically just moved 21 because he sprinted and then paid another movement counter, and again I rolled 1, so it's 21 centimetres, and basically he's right in front of the doorway, ready for Clayface on the other side, as you see here. So it is the first turn done. We are now rolling on to the raise a plan for the next stage. Okay, so basically what happened is I raised the plan first, so I get to activate first. What happened was Joker's Titan. He sprinted and then spent a movement counter to move an additional 6 centimetres because he rolled a 6. So he got to run 30 centimetres right into Dirty Tom, isn't it? Dirty Tom. And because he ran into Dirty Tom, because he already accumulated damage in the last turn, he got an extra attack marker. He spent an attack counter, so that was 2 attacks, 1 hit, 1 got through, and did 2 stun damage to Dirty Tom.
First activation for Two-Face was the knife guy, who charged the clown in an attempt to stab him in the back. Didn't work, the clown just blocked it and laughed.
Okay, so the Contra Auguste then, activated, and then sprint, and then spent another movement token to move for an extra 2 centimetres, moved right into Two-Face, then spent 2 attack counters with his bat to hit Two-Face. 1 got through, and then Two-Face just blocked it off, attempting to slice him with a knife into his stomach or something.
Harvey attempts to strike back, hits him twice, does no damage whatsoever.
Okay, so Joker's gang activation. I activated big man himself, Joker. He moved 20 centimetres, spent 2 movement counters, gone to 20, moved him up to here. He then spent 2 special counters for a specific purpose. Basically, the Joker made a phone call, and this is where a special rule comes in. Explosive henchman bomb. He made a phone call. This henchman then exploded. Anyone underneath a certain radius had to be wounded on 2+. Harvey was the only one within range, and wounded 2+, and did 3 blood damage to Harvey. So basically, he's now almost clinging on to life because a henchman's just exploded right in front of him. And after that, I then go back to Joker. The Joker then fired at the guy with the gun over here. He hit once because he moved, and you can only use 1 dice to shoot a gun when you move. And I hit him. However, he then got a 5+ blink roll, which he succeeded, and doing nothing. So the bullets just hit the wall.
Shotgun guy attempts to shoot Axeman over here and whiffs it completely.
Okay, so this was a bloodthirsty turn. August here, the axe guy. Sprints for 20 and then spent a further movement counter for 26 centimetres. Went right straight into Tommy Gun over here, or Shotgun guy over here, and just rammed him right in the gut with his axe. causing 4 blood damage by spending 2 movement counters that both hit and wound. Really, really harsh on that guy. So it's on to the Two-Face activation.
Clayface has joined the fight, doing 2 blood, 2 stun to the Axe Clown, knocking him out.
Okay, so Harley here activated, and first off gave a activation of used follow me onto Tristan here, so he gets an additional movement counter in his phase, and Harley then just sprint and ran from one end to the other end, ending her activation.
Boris has moved, he's running towards combat to give Clayface a hand.
Okay, so basically the Joker Clown Tristan basically moved, spent movement counter to sprint along the special, and then moved an extra 4 centimetres all up to here, getting close to the objective.
Joker's last, sorry, not Joker, Two-Face's last henchman sprints towards Clayface and combat down there.
So Victor Freeze here. Fired, he stayed stationary and fired at Two-Face over here. And he managed to hit with 1. He got a blink roll of a 5+ and saved it. So the ice is just over the wall, and that ended Victor's activation.
Last henchman activated, Dirty Tom, backs away from the clown and puts a bullet in him, doing 1 blood and 1 stun.
Okay, so the Joker just activated next, stayed stationary and fired at Clayface, doing 2 blood damage to him. Then the shotgun guy had his next turn, had his activation, and then fired into Joker, causing nothing because he's trying to shove his intestines back into his stomach while firing a shotgun.
That's right.
So, on to the next Joker activation. Okay, so the Titan Clown just walked up and just nutted him 1 and caused 2 stun damage to the other gun guy, Dirty Tom.
Knife guy heads towards Freeze.
Okay, so Tristan moved, spent a movement counter just to move through the window, then fired at Two-Face, fired once, hit, wounded, caused a further 2 blood damage and 1 stun. So he has 6 damage altogether, and he has 5 blood damage. So Harvey's taken a hit, lots of hits.
Harvey fires back at Tristan, doing 2 stun, 1 blood, 1 hit.
Okay, so Victor activated, fired his freeze refrigeration gun right into the knife guy here, and managed to fired with a rate fire of 2, so hit once, helped the 2 dice, then wounded again, causing 2 blood damage, but no critical, so he wasn't frozen. So that ends Victor Freeze's activation.
Boris charges round and attempts to shoot the Joker, but misses.
Okay, so Harley Quinn activated, whacked Clayface at the ankle, and didn't do anything as Clayface successfully blocked it all. So, here's everyone worrying for Harley Quinn.
Axeman activates and attempts to chop Harley in the back, but she successfully blocks it. Clayface turns around and bludgeons Harley, doing 2 blood and 2 stun. And down this end, Dirty Tom runs away from the Titan Clown and attempts to shoot Tristan in there, but misses. First activation of the turn, Harvey turns around, drills the Titan Clown, knocking him out. Unfortunately, his judgment came up tails, so the clown gets to live for now.
Okay, so basically Harley Quinn went straight from there and just decided, nope, sod it, and just basically sprinted and just moved 33 centimetres right over here towards the objective. So
Boris charges in, duels with the Joker, doing 2 stun damage with his brass knuckles.
Okay, so Victor moves, pays 2 movement counters to move further 6 centimeters, throws a freeze grenade right on Dent. Doesn't manage to hit, even though his crit was a 6. Wasn't able to hit, so Dent wasn't frozen, and I failed to wound Dirty Tom as well. So basically, Freeze has just been.
Axeman charges into Joker, hitting him, doing 4 blood damage and knocking him down.
Okay, so basically Joker attacked, used all of his attack dice, so 4 attacks right onto Axeman here, and managed to do 1 blood damage. Yeah, Axeman's on fire, so yeah, another day in Gotham.
Clayface waltzes in and finishes knocking the Joker out with an additional 2 blood, 2 stun.
Okay, so the knife guy basically went up to Mr. Freeze, didn't do any damage because of power armor, however it did manage to knock him down, so he got knocked down, he's taken no damage because of his power armor, and that ends this activation. Okay, so activation, I raised the plan in this turn, so this is turn 4, isn't it? Yep. And he got up, he was the only one who did out of Joker, Triss, August and the Titan Clown. So he's going across, he went to Two-Face, used all his attacks again, hit twice, however Two-Face blocked twice. So basically that happened and didn't do anything. It is on to the Two-Face activation.
Two-Face's first activation was Boris, who has handcuffs and has arrested the Joker, taking him out of the game.
Harvey activates, attempts to hit the Titan Clown, but misses, and now he's moved off towards Knife Guy.
Okay, so Tristan fired again at the now knocked out Dirty Tom and managed to cause another 2 blood damage and another stun damage on him. So basically 1 more blood damage and he's dead.
Axeman runs towards the loot objective.
Okay, so Harley went up to Shotgun Guy here and then decided to hit him once using 1 attack counter. Hits, but failed to wound him really, failed to hurt him, so basically just standing there.
Clayface charges in, doing another 3 blood and 3 stun damage to Harley, knocking her out and leaving her right on the brink of death.
Okay, so Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze, moved, just moved basic distance plus 2d6 worth of movement for 2 movement counters and moved 17 centimeters all the way here. He then threw his freeze grenade at Knife Guy over here, managed to catch Dent, didn't do anything to the Knife Guy here, but managed to do 1 blood damage to Harvey Dent, unfortunately not freezing any of them. It is now on to the Two-Face activation.
Harvey turns around again and shoots the Titan Clown, knocking him back out. Unfortunately, his judgment, he still lets him live and takes another pot shot at Freeze, but misses. So the last few models of Two-Face's going. Clayface activated and finished stomping Harley into the ground, killing her.
The knife man activated and walked up to the Titan Clown and stabbed him, killing him as well. And Axeman here has grabbed the loot.
Oh, also, Boris arrested the unconscious
Axe Clown as well. Yes.
Right. Freeze, Knife Guy charges Freeze, attempts to do any damage, Freeze blocks it straight off.
And also, Tristan's just activated, he's basically paid a special counter just to crouch. So it's now back to Two-Face activation. That's okay.
Dirty Tom tries to get in, put a few punches on Freeze, Freeze just blocks him again.
To move an extra 2d6, which I'll show you. We've got 5 and 4, so that's 15, 16, 19 centimetres. And Freeze just walks out. Oh, sorry.
Let's go, man.
19. I'll just stand him back up. I apologise for that.
Oh, that's cool.
And then all the force field markers. He's now within 3 inches of the objective. Can he pick it up or?
He can if you've got any movement counters left to manipulate.
So he's there. Would he be able to reach or not?
I think you have to be in base to get the stuff out, but you can clear obviously because you're within 3, you're getting your victory points away.
Okay, it's just with scientific and scheming loot. Anyway, you may as well cut for the next.
So Harvey activates and uses his last ammo to shoot freeze, doing 3 blood damage and 3 stun. So basically, everyone, Clayface, Boris and Axeman have all sprinted up towards Tristan and the objective. And that's the end of the turn.
Okay, so to the tallied result, the Joker's gang got 8 victory points, and Two-Face's gang did get 17 victory points. So this is a victory point. Well, this is a victory to the mob, and Two-Face. Okay, so Afterthoughts. Well, wow, yes, dent one. I think Joker's Crew is especially good, and we've got a few things right and wrong here. So it's basically, this game was a massive learning experience of trying to learn the rules, just getting to grips with the characters and the henchmen that you control with whoever's your leader for your gang. So it's just a really big learning experience. So what did I take away from it? Harley Quinn is, I want to say she's good, and I see use for her as being a henchman clearer. The problem is there weren't many henchmen where she was, so the only thing she could really go for within her movement distance was Clayface, so tried to hack him down, or at least knock him out. Didn't work the way I wanted to. So yeah, I kind of expected that. Clayface is an absolute terror. Oh boy, Clayface. Wow, he is scary. Like, next time if I ever fight against Clayface again, I have to use Mr. Freeze again and to just freeze him, because that's the only clear way I can see at the moment of stopping him. Just freezing him like that. I think I invested too much with the Titan Clown as well. Again, he's more of a henchman clearer, and there wasn't that many henchmen from what I saw. There was I think quite few of the reputation points was spent on Clayface. So I think the next time I play, I do need to use more henchmen, and get rid of Harley somehow, and maybe replace her with another free agent or Mr. Hammer. I think in the next game, I've also got to take Mr. Freeze into consideration. I want to say he's really good because he's my favourite character of this whole superhero genre. So I really want to say that he's cool and all that. But in the game, he wasn't hitting. Like, I was even quoting that he's doing an Arnie. And I don't usually say that because I prefer to say that the Arnie Mr. Freeze never existed, but still. So every time Mr. Freeze duffs it, I just say he's doing an Arnie now. So there's that. I think Mr. Freeze, I want to use him again, and I want to experience more times with Mr. Freeze, definitely. So I think I will take him, but the only thing that's snagging us at the moment is the choice between either Mr. Freeze, because he's very cash heavy, or Deathstroke Arkham Origins, because I do have the Deathstroke Mini, and I really, really want to use him because he just seems like such an evil character. And I don't mean that like lore-wise, I mean just in the rules. It looks like he will go up to somebody and smack them one, really. He does. I think he could even possibly give Clayface a run for his money. That's how good he is in terms of close combat ability. So it's just, like I say, with tournament rules, you're allowed up to 3 free agents, but it's not considered wise if you use 3 free agents, unless of course you want to do the Gotham Sirens or something like that. Then that's totally awesome, and you should always go for that. But yeah, I do want to do Deathstroke or Mr. Freeze, and I do need more henchmen. I agree with myself there. So, hopefully you should have more Batman Battle Reports and more Batman Hobby Update in progress. If you liked what you saw, and you want to see more Batman stuff, because I know I'm eager to post more Batman stuff, definitely, because it is an enjoyable game at the end of the day. I really did enjoy it a lot. And every game is getting better and better when you know the rules more and more. It's fantastic. It is quite a good bit of fun. So if you like what you see and you want to see more progress and more Batman Battle Reports, then just hit the like button, click the subscribe. If you want to talk about any rule in specific, and you want to talk about anything in depth or in detail about Batman, or you want to post up what you thought, or your own thoughts, or how you would have played this situation differently, then please just give us a comment in the comment section, and just give us I'm happy to talk to anyone. So this is the Warp Forge signing out, and remember, keep on forging.